Hey, what's up, card fighters? Back here again, the second time of me attempting to do this video. First time I got into like a really bad coughing fit, but I'm better now. Took some cough syrup, so I'll be fine. Just getting through a little bit of a sickness right now. That's why it's been affecting the upload schedule lately. But our opponent is going first, so we're on the play. We lose the die roll here. Our opponent is playing a DOTE, a very one thing to make mention of. He does not have the grade 1 promo or the grade 2 promo for DOTE. He's waiting for Festival Collection, which is understandable. Those promos are a little bit expensive right now and are a little bit hard to find, which is why they're expensive. So the reason I am still showing this match though is because it is still a fairly close match even without the promos. So again, he's on the play, pitches a heel trigger here to ride up, and then we're going to draw for turn. We are going to swiftly do the same, pitch a heel trigger here to ride up, draw, call a ground run here. Unfortunately, soul charge the OT, get a Curtis here, which was needed for our combo. He gets a defensive heal and passing turn. Pitches a keys on Reiji here to ride up to Nahalem, and then he's going to activate Bar's effect to grab the Blitz Order Perfect Guard, which makes sense. He definitely wants to burn that PG as fast as possible since it isn't a DPG and it really doesn't benefit him in this matchup outside of being a regular PG. But he's just going to swing for 10 here, and we choose to take it because we do need counterblast for our combo. I generally take the first few points of damage if necessary. Pitch another heal here to ride up. Move back to grade 1 here. We don't really have anything to call in front of it. Our hand is very awkward, so we're just going to swing. He needs the damage, so he takes it. Damages a DOTE. It's going to pitch a Burning Horn here to ride up. Calls out the Nahalem, and then he's going to activate the Nahalem's effect to give his Overlord Vanguard and himself 5k power. One thing to note is we do have a PG in hand, but I choose to use the 20k shield here for his 18k Vanguard, even though it is a little bit of a risk if he double triggered and gave it all to Vanguard. I just didn't feel like burning the PG right now. Pitching an Evil Eye here, riding up. We're going to put a Lasher into our Soul. I believe we just drew into another Lasher, and then we're going to Soul Charge 1. We Soul Charge another PG. And our hand was very awkward here. We're going to activate the Amadadine here, increase our soul charges by 1. And I believe we had just enough to get to 15. Activate the Pony here, soul charging 3. So it looks like I can actually, before anything else happens, I can actually keep up here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We currently have 8 cards in soul. Soul charging 3 more, that's going to be 11 cards in soul. Thank you, past me, for being so camera appreciative. Soul charging 3 more. That's going to put us to 14 cards in soul. So we did make a little bit of a boo-boo of a misplay here, because I do have a Lilac Lasher in hand. What I could have done was I could have pushed the grade 1 Makani into soul to get the 15 I needed, which we are going to do, and we're going to call out the Lilac Lasher. So we're going to have the 15 regardless, but I didn't have to call out the Evil Eye. What I could have had was a 31k column Curtis line in front of the Amadadine, but instead, like, we are doing what we are doing now, which does expend an extra card, which I really didn't want to expend here, but it is what it is. So we're going to counterblast 1 here. We're going to shovel our rear guards to soul. Our opponent does the same. Call out the Lasher, and I believe we call out a second Lasher. Yeah, we call out the second Lasher here, because I didn't have the pump guy. Yeah, I didn't have the pump guy here. Twin Sword to give 5k to the front row, so we chose to call the Lasher here. Call out the Lasher! It's what you do! Stop pretending like it's not what you do. Oh no, wait. No, there was a reason we didn't call out Lasher here. We didn't want him to just clear both our Lashers because we only run two in the deck. So there is a valid reason we didn't call out Lasher. There's a valid reason we didn't call out Twin Sword. We only have one copy of Twin Sword, and we only have two copies of Lasher. Okay. Sorry, past me. So he's gonna 2 to pass our Vanguard here. He's gonna swing for 28 here. He's gonna guard with a 15, put him at 38. We're gonna swing here. He takes it. He gets a defensive OT. Now he's gonna stand and draw. He's gonna ride up to Dote. Call out a Burning Horn here. Activate its effect. Top 7 for a Overlord. Whiffs, so he's gonna get the counter charge here. What I really like about Burning Horn is the not only being able to refund if you don't see the Overlord, but like instead of like, oh, put the rest to the bottom, you get a shuffle out of it, which is very it comes up, to be honest. I feel like shuffle effects are like very crucial in today's game of Vanguard, at least for Overdress. So swing for 18 here, we decide to take it. It's gonna give all effects to Vanguard, and he's gonna get a front trigger. So we're gonna get a Curtis, and then we're gonna get a critical trigger of our own. So he's gonna pitch regular Overlord and perforate Burn Dragon, and he gave the 5k power to his rearguard Berserker. Swing here, we perfect guard the Vanguard. He checks a Madoka and another Madoka. He's gonna swing at our rearguard, and he's gonna retire our other rearguard, which it doesn't need to attack a Vanguard, so we just take both these. Swing for 30, we just take it, get a Blitz Order PG. Call out grade 1 Makani, and then call out our Twin Sword here. Sorry, guys. Call out another Twin Sword, so basically 10k to the front row, so we're going to swing for 20 here. Garth the Madoka, which is right now a 15k shield by itself. So he intercepts and guards with the Madoka. Putting the Burning Horn into his soul. Calling out a Lasher here. Looking at our hand. Call out a Lasher and call out a Twin Sword here. So our Vanguard right now is 33, 48. Yeah, 48. No. 38. Sorry, guys. He perfect guards the Vanguard. So we're going to get an Amadadine and a grade 3 order card here. So we're going to swing for 25 here. He guards, and then we're going to swing again. He chooses to take that attack. Going on to his turn. Calls down a Burning Horn here. Activates its effect. Grabs the Overlord, calling it to rearguard because I'm guessing he doesn't have any other better rearguards in hand. Looks like it's just 15k and 20k shields. Swing for 18 here. And I make a slight misplay here. I should have just taken the first attack, but he gets a Madoka and a Gojo, which he's going to discard both. And he's going to swing again, which I needed to take one of these Vanguard attacks, so ideally I should have just taken the first one. Gets a PG and a Perforate Burn Dragon. We get a heal trigger here, which is crucial, because that attack literally killed us, and it shut down the rest of his attacks. So we call down our doll, call down another Twin Sword here. This is why I play 4. It's such a crucial piece of your engine in terms of defense and offense, that I play 4 of it instead of versus I know a standard for a while was playing 3 of it. I just feel like it's just a very important card right now that you need to see, and there was times where I was playing 3 of it that I just didn't see it. Soul Charge a critical trigger here, unfortunate, but I really wanted to just buff up the front row. We are going to choose to activate it again here because I believe we pitch a perfect card we drew for turn. Yeah, we pitch a perfect card we drew for turn just to get an 8k booster. Call it, and the great thing about Makani is you don't have to soul charge when you call Makani. It's a you may. So that's just very great. Swing for 28, he guards with a 20k shield. Swing for 38 here. Guards with two 15k shields. Then we're going to swing with the Vanguard here. Oh my lord. Suck up his rears. And our Vanguard is 23, 33, 38. He perfect guards. We get a Chalice and a grade 2 Evil Eye. Swing here. He takes it. And that is the end of game 1. The reason I was counting his damage was it was very strange. The way he took the damage, it seemed like the game was still going on, and he was just like kind of there. He didn't really move, and I was like, is the game not over? So I just counted his damage real quick, but yeah, the game's over. So we're going to game 2 now. He is going to choose to go first here. Again, he was thinking about going second, but he did choose to go first again. Apparently he had like some type of strategy against my deck, which I feel like the only like not viable, but like the best strategy is like if you can just like putting out early damage for basically free is just very crucial against this deck. So he decides to shuffle up his cards a little bit more just because I was shuffling my cards a lot, which I tend to do that a lot because I'm just very like scared of bricking and scared of cards clumping together. So I just try to shuffle as much as I can, as fast as I can. I know it's something that's like a little bit of a paranoia with me. Now this is the hand that's very strange for me because it's a hand where like we are able to get to 15 soul, but at first I really wasn't too sure that we were. And it was an awkward hand to where it's like I made a misstep because I didn't think far enough ahead to where I didn't think I'd get the 15 soul, but I ended up doing it, and I discarded a card that I didn't need to discard. Which I ultimately could have been punished, but I wasn't, at least not on the following turn. Pitch of Proflight Burn Dragon here, rides up to bar. We pitch a Twin Sword here, which is completely fine. We run 4 of that card. Call a grade 1 Makani. Swing for 8 here. He takes it. We get a heal trigger, giving power to the Makani. He also gets a heal trigger, but still hits. He gets a Modoka and then passing the turn. Looks like here he has 2 PGs, which I possibly would have considered discarding one here. He gets a Madoka here. That's smart. That's smart because he already has 2 PGs in hand. That's smart. Which I didn't think about it at the time, but that should have telegraphed to me that he already has a perfect guard or at least 2 perfect guards in hand. That should have been a big telegraph for me, but I didn't think about it at the time. I think I was just thinking about like how am I gonna do my next turn, which we take this attack, go to 1. Think about what to discard here. I think we ultimately discard the heal trigger if I'm not mistaken. We because I already had a perfect guard in hand, so I choose to discard the perfect guard and keep the heal trigger as early shield. Call down the other Twin Sword here, just as an attacker. I was trying to aggress my opponent. Swing for 18. And we push him to 3 damage here. Pitches the Modoka. Just gonna get 5k to the front row with Nahalem. Looks like he has the Overtrigger in hand too. Must have drawn it for turn. Swings out our rear guard, we take it. Gets a critical trigger, gives all effects to Vanguard. Discards the critical. Restands the Vanguard. We take it. Gets another critical trigger, so he gives crit to Vanguard, power to rear guard. So we go to 4 here. But his rear guard's only 25, so a 15k shield suffices. Which is very handy that we kept that 15k shield. Because that was our only 15k shield in hand, I believe. And this is where I fumble. I discard the perfect guard when I literally could have kept it. But it was a little bit of a fumble on my part. I didn't realize like how far the combo pieces in my hand could get there. So we double Amadadine here. So we're gonna get 2 extra soul charges. So we're gonna soul charge 4 off the pony here. Then we're gonna put the Makani into Soul here. We're gonna call out another Makani, Soul Charge 3. Put the Makani into Soul. And you see where I had another Twin Sword, so what I could have done instead of discarding the PG, which I am at 4, like discarding the PG was like a very bad move on my part, I could have discarded the Twin Sword because the Twin Sword like was a little bit win more. I really didn't need it in this scenario, or I could have even discarded the Evil Eye. I didn't really need the Counter Blast that badly in this scenario either. But we're gonna call down another Amadadine and a Lasher here. Get a Lasher, get a grade 3 here, so, you know, things are really not looking good for us on our next turn. I was trying to force out a Perfect Guard here, but I believe he just ultimately guards with the Overtrigger. That attack was 50, and he guards with the Overtrigger, so he's fine. Then this is 28, he guards with a 20k shield. Gonna draw. And I was just checking for heal triggers here. He doesn't ride up to DOTE. He doesn't have it. He's going to top 7 search for DOTE. Doesn't get it. So he's going to countercharge here. And I believe we had either 1 or 2 heal triggers left in deck. He's going to call down his entire hand here. Swing at our Lasher. We opt to take it. I mean, we can't guard it because of the Vanguard's ability. He's going to pitch a copy of his Vanguard. Swing again for 18, 1 drive check. I think I have like 10k shield in hand. Oh no, it's not 18. It's only 13. So we guard with the Lasher here. It's gonna kill our rear guard. We get a defensive overtrigger here. And we drew Chalice off the overtrigger, so we're gonna activate Chalice. It's gonna activate Persona right here. And I could have called the triggers down to pressure, but I was afraid that this crackback might not kill him, so I ultimately decided to just swing with my Vanguard and suck up all 4 of his rears. I was just double checking to make sure I had 15 cards in Soul. So plus 25k to the front row, which is really good. We get a Evil Eye and a Curtis here. Curtis is perfect pitch fodder for the PG. And then again, there was like a slight pause for him after he took the damage, where it was like, is the game over yet? To where it just like confused me. That's why like I was looking at his damage again. But I was telling him how like I misplayed, to where like I didn't need to discard the PG, and I really didn't need to put myself in that dangerous position, even though he didn't have much on the crackback. But we definitely did get like our asses saved by that defensive overtrigger. But anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to smash out the rest of these BAROMAGNES videos for the BAROMAGNES 1 deck 1 week. And then the profile is going to be on Sunday. So there's going to be a video uploaded later tonight, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then the profile is going to be on Sunday for you guys. Anyways,